No. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kaylee and I'm back with another episode of One Piece. So last week we got like 2 new episodes really, with One Piece making the return from its hiatus. We've got some of the Vegapunks and Stella trying to figure out York's secret passcode for the frontal like dome thing so that they can escape from Egghead and from the lava phase. And I feel like it just shouldn't be that hard because she doesn't seem like the smartest of the Vegapunks, right? Like she is ultimately greed, right? So I feel like they should be able to figure it out. We also saw Luffy and some of the others go to find the Sunny. And then of course, KIZARU made his first move on Egghead against Sentomaru. And I think today's episode is really focused on that fight between Sentomaru and KIZARU. And just what a turn of events. Like last week I was thinking about it while I was watching it and how much I hated Sentomaru's character when he first showed up on Sabayori. And rightfully so, because he just wasn't that likable of a character at that time. But now I just want the best for him, you know? The story is very much like who's on the right side of history and who's on the wrong side of history. And Sentomaru is definitely like made a leap over to the right side, it seems. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. The uncut version of this reaction is over on Patreon, so if you want to check that out, the link is in the description box below. But now let's jump into the episode. I feel like I have no sense of how strong Sentomaru is. Like we've seen little bits and pieces, but I feel like we've never really seen him like truly full out fight. And against someone like KIZARU, it'll be kind of interesting because I feel like it's a really good sense of how strong he is, what his power looks like. I feel like who even are these people? Like I know who they are, but I don't at the same time, you know? No way. Those took them out? I feel like that should not take out pacifistas unless I'm missing something. Oh man. They're so cute, but also so terrifying at the same time. Oh. Yeah, I mean, he said they were gonna, right? Like, this is really a classic FAFO situation. Ugh. Dang. Sheesh. That's crazy. On a pacifista? Not Chopper. Classic Chopper behavior. I don't know about that. Oh. He's like, that was a miscalculation on my part. I feel like we just have to start to question why Rob Lucci and Kaku are allowed to just sit in this room and listen to all of like the plans and conversations. Like we gotta know they're snitches, right? Nah, not Sentomaru. He doesn't seem like the running away type. That's crazy. Oh. Okay. That was so fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even like KIZARU like that, but that was pretty fire. Oh. Oh man. Come on. I don't think that's gonna work, buddy. He looks much cooler in the flashback. Oh. Oh. Why did I think they were actually related? Okay, fair point. Same. Nah, this flashback better not make me feel bad for Kizaru or start liking Kizaru, because I'm not in the mood. I mean, he's done a pretty good job so far, you know? No! Don't do it to him. Oh. Put him in the ground. Man, you hate to see it. Oh no. Is that what controls the pacifistas? No. That's the worst possible person to get control. No. I hate this. For some reason, I was hoping they would just like not do it, you know? Like retain loyal to Sentomaru until the very end, but I guess they are just robots, so that is not good. If that's like the last line of defense they were hoping for to not get them on the island, then that is bad. There's only one man on the island now that can figure it out, and it's Luffy. Oh man. What's that? Oh, Bonnie. They are two sides of the same coin, bro. It is actually crazy how he is like the only person who's invented all this stuff, which by the way is like used by the Navy, all of this technology and weapons and stuff. And like, they're like, you know what? He did a little too much research. Axe him. No. He finger pistoled Stussy. That's a crazy, that sentence sounds insane. No. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, why did we ever pretend we could trust Rob Lucci? That doesn't make any sense to me. Bro. Damn. Okay, Zoro? The Zoro versus Lucci? I could get behind it. Damn. Okay, okay. This is a fight I didn't see coming, but I like it. Oh no. But actually, that's actually fine, because that's who he needs to fight, not all of those people locked in the lava phase. Like, get him away from that place. Are we gonna get to see Luffy versus Kizaru sooner than I think? I feel like the build up to these fights always takes like so many episodes, but he's right here, so maybe like 10 episodes instead of 50. Damn. What? Oh, bro. They had money to spend on this episode. Oh, love that. Ooh. Oh man, okay. So sad about Stussy because I just didn't expect Rob Lucci to full on like go after Vegapunk. I knew he was a rat, I knew he was giving information, but to just like make the actual leap in front of all of the Straw Hats, I mean, minus Luffy, I guess, but all of the Straw Hats and just like try to poke him up is crazy. And I hate that Stussy was collateral damage to that. I am hoping we get a full like Zoro versus Lucci fight and that Zoro just absolutely whoops him because that would just be so satisfying. Like I said, I was expecting it to take way longer for Luffy and KIZARU to confront each other because it just always happens like that where there's so much buildup and time and it's just like episode after episode after episode and then they finally fight and that fight is like 30 more episodes, but it seems like we're getting there pretty quickly. It also is so full circle with the situation from Sabaody because obviously at that time Sentomaru was fighting alongside KIZARU with the pacifistas to take them down, and not to mention that Kuma ultimately saved their lives during that time. And now not only is Bonnie, who is Kuma's daughter, there with them on the Straw Hats side, but then Sentomaru is also an ally of the Straw Hats now, so it just feels so full circle, like a full circle moment for them to just be facing off now. And I don't know what that like red lightning thing was about. I feel like we have not seen that before, so that's very exciting. I loved that they did like a little new animation on the To Be Continued, and that shot looked so fire, like of him going after KIZARU with all the lightning, and it's just chef's kiss. I feel like it could be like a new evolution of his fruit, right? Because obviously we know that it's not necessarily the gum gum fruit and it's more so like whatever he wants it to be, but it looks like Luffy's own version of like KIZARU's power almost just being embodied by Luffy. So I'm excited to see that fight whenever it happens. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to stick around, go ahead and hit subscribe. The uncut version of this reaction is over on Patreon, so if you want to check that out, the link is in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next week for another episode of One Piece.